start from Kintampo in the Brong Ahafo region. That's where the region's Security Council, headed by Regional Minister Kweku Asmatreme, are holding an emergency security meeting to avert full-blown clash between indigenous and nomadic herdsmen, popularly referred to as Fulanis. JoyNews has learned that hundreds of residents in the Breku municipality of the Brong Ahafo region are arming themselves for a forceful eviction of the herdsmen who have pitched camp there. The traditional authorities and the Municipal Security Committee have given the nomads a 30-day deadline to leave the area, and residents have warned any herdsman seen in the area after the deadline will be forced out. It comes as 15 herdsmen and 2 residents have been killed in clashes in the last 2 weeks in areas including Kintampo. We're live there shortly for updates. But JoyNews' Ohimin Terrier, who has been investigating the tension between the residents and nomadic herdsmen on JoyNews Hotline documentary Violent Shepherds, has our top story this afternoon.
In Breku municipality, the situation can be described as a ticking time bomb. Native chiefs and the people in about 7 communities are arming themselves for a forceful eviction of the herdsmen. Traditional authorities with Municipal Security Committee have extended by 1 month deadline of an eviction order to the nomads. They include Kota, Tilbabi, Abisase and Amankokwa. Others are Akrofro, Mpatasie, Pepase and Akunkrum. A near bloody eviction attempt 2 years ago is at the heart of the current tension. Vast loads of residents of 5 communities, armed with guns, clubs and other weapons, launched crusade against the herdsmen in their camps. Kotahine, Nana Kwaku Bambirin II, is one of those who led the onslaught.
I organized men from my community, various villages like Mpatasie, Akrofro, Pepase, Bisase, even some from even the Sekwa. We join hands to fight these Fulani people with cutlasses, even some little ammunitions. We can. Later, it took us a hectic time, but we try our best, keep on, but we couldn't fight with these people because they are well armed. Some of them using even like AK-47. So how can we use our local made gun to fight with these people? So we have no option to come back and prepare ourselves properly.
Natives expect the Regional Security Council and the District Security Committee to lead the fight. A September 15, 2019 deadline by the chiefs and the people has been extended to October 16 to give the herders time to prepare and move out voluntarily. Municipal Chief Executive Kofi says the Security Committee backs the chief's position.
At this material moment, I think is the best decision because the farmers, they earn their source of income through their farming activities. That is where they use the money to, look after their wards in the secondary schools and the rest. And if their farms are destroyed, where are they going to get the needed money to sponsor their wards in the schools and even when they are sick? So at this material moment, I think even though it might not be the best solution, this material moment is the best answer.
JoyNews investigations reveal months of advanced preparations by natives, led by their chiefs, to face off with the herdsmen. Nana Barbary says the people can no longer tolerate destruction of crops by cattle.
We'll try to get the police and the military involved, but we're ready to do that again. But by this time, it will go. We'll take another strategy to involve the security agencies in this fight. Then we are ready to do that. But the difference will be the first initial steps. It is we alone. But this time, we wanted to invite the security agencies to assist. So we use the little we have to do this because we have to get our land back. Because our ancestors use their blood and fight for this land for us. So it's our time to reclaim the land back. So the little we have, even the local manufactured guns or what we have, we will use that.
That cannot be ruled out at all because, you know, even within this period that the nomadic herdsmen were given to leave, the cattle are still causing a lot of distraction to the farmers. But the farmers have adopted a wait-and-see attitude. These days, they said they will not report any case, but just to stay put and watch. And so you can imagine the way they are stomaching or, accumulating this sort of, anger. When the time comes and they don't leave, it's going to be a different ballgame altogether.
Back in the communities, natives widely affected by activities of nomadic herdsmen and their cattle are feverishly preparing for what they consider the D-Day. Meet 32-year-old Isaac Hine, a young farmer at Kota in the Brekum municipality. He has worked all his adult life on a parcel of land he inherited from his father. Like many other farmers at Kota, Mpatansie, Akrofro, Pepase and Ebisase, Hene lost at a go over 1,500 tubers of yam he had harvested. The loss in monetary terms is valued at about 3,000 Ghana cedis.
Near Edia dances in Empina and Samequa and Empina and Woho at Nabura, just say, Crantia Kurama. Here we are Brukra, you can dance yet as a way and Crantia. But where the MP Binin and Piena be beard Nepoko in Edia dances, say, and Empina area by them. Benia, Ayaman one say, Uncle Moviano, Nitino Cra Ed Deneno, Uncle Binka, Bakukra, Uncle. Nti anansunti last year me na bayere boba amo sika ne ho amekoto this year me ka say me ne bayere boba ba ko eno aso no me yedidi ubi sekure ma bia be kan de a kire wo nti se nanso ama ho kire pa me ka say me wura ho kire ma na me bo no wura ho kire.
The father of two is one of many young men who have vowed to take part in any move to raid the area of nomadic herdsmen by any means.
I say, and I'm dating and damn almost say, or moon from Firani, yet transit no, a beson. Says that time no son, as them one ever what they are. Mabuni, I am your mother Becquaco Bueni, not or more free ho. It's as young to maintain your crew, and ma venumin free baby, and my magic assassin and muscle. In your try, Mrs. Yamati, the full of one intimate to Ame Pepper, I have one and so yes, and we scarcely see and come to be. And come to be said, Coma Kumacha. Since a bin so come home, Monsweja Edumano. And this or no sing and whatever one Hobana, Medidi is okay.
Fears of potential bloodbath fill the air. It is a tickling time bomb. Superintendent Oparofo Suhine will not downplay the threat, describing the situation as precarious.
The farmers too are resolved that once their only means of survival is farming, they will also protect their farmlands at all costs. And if situation is not taken, if we don't take care of this situation, it will get out of hand, and then there will be a lot of security issues within the area.
Ohiming Terrier with that reports there, but police in Brekum have cautioned residents against taking the law into their own hands. So this afternoon, a regional security council meeting is underway to contain the situation. We can go live now to the region via telephone. Let's speak with correspondent Precious Semavo. He's been monitoring that meeting in his region. Hello, Precious.
Yes, hello, Gisty.
What's the latest? What's the update from that security meeting?
Well, I've been at the Regional Coordinating Council for a little over an hour now, and the RECTEC are locked up in the meeting, the regional minister and all the other members of RECTEC. are in a closed-door meeting, and no one would speak to the media until maybe after the meeting, that is if they decide to speak to the media. But before the meeting earlier in the day, I had spoken to the regional police commander, DCOP Kwame Tetipoku, who told me that he was on his way to Ketiman together with his crime officer to have a first-hand information of the situation at Kawompe, where the incident or the attack, resurfaced last Sunday, which as of now has resulted in the death of 3 more people.
Right.
And he said they are going to check on that. The youth associations of the Kokomba and then the Fulani people have joined them to talk to their members.
Before you go on with what the youth and in the area are doing, let me bring in Ohime Teria, who's also been monitoring the story quite closely. He's in the Ashanti region at the moment. Ohime, Precious has spoken about the security situation. I mean, what the security meeting that's ongoing in that part. Tell us what's happening in the Ashanti region. It appears that we're having a problem with your sound. We're going to have to work on that sound again. But let's go back to Precious. Precious, you were telling us about what the youth in the community are also doing. Please go ahead.
Yeah, because it's clear that they are also concerned with the volatility of the situation. As I said, on Sunday, there were attacks again. That is the Konkomba and then the Fulani people, resulting in the death of 2 Fulanis, and one Konkomba sustained gunshot. He was moved to Kumasi, but the information we pick is that he has also passed on. So the leaders, the youth association of both parties, the Konkombas and then the Fulanis, they have agreed to speak to their members so that they can calm down on the situation whilst the security officials, deal with the situation properly. So that, according to the police, is very encouraging to have their own members getting involved to ensure that they bring the situation under control. Right.
Precious, it appears that we've been able to fix Ohime's sound. Let's get Ohime's report on the security situation. What security agencies or security personnel in the Ashanti region are doing about this story. But hold on for me, Precious, because I'd like for you to tell us what the mood is in the town. Hello, Ohime. Okay, let's continue with Precious, and then once we're done with Precious, we go over to Ohime to appear that there's still sound issues there. But Precious, tell us, what's the mood in the town as we speak?
Well, the last time I checked, people are going about their normal activities, but you may never know what someone or a group of people are planning to do, whether to hit the other party. Having lost 1 or 2, members, it is not clear. But as it stands now, people are going about their normal duties. But there's a little bit of tension underground, and that is what the security officials are working on to those of all that fears among residents in Kintampo district in general.
Sounds like a disturbing situation indeed. But do we have an idea when this security meeting will end?
Well, it's not clear when it will end. It depends on the issues that will be discussed there. But as I said, I've been here for a little over an hour, and the meeting is still ongoing at the Regional Coordinating Council.
Right. Thank you very much, Precious. Precious Semivore is our correspondent there, bringing us up to speed on what is happening in Brong Ahafo region. We understand that there's a security meeting he's still monitoring, and we'll bring you that details as and when we have it. Let's reach Ohime for what's happening in the Ashanti region. Ohime.
Hello.
Yes, Ohime, tell us what's happening. Is there a security meeting as well? Is it over? What are they saying?
Yes, Gifty. As I said earlier, monitoring from the Ashanti region, the information that I pick from the nomadic herdsmen and Derby communities, especially in the Ashanti region, talking about Ashanti and North area, is that the residents are also preparing similar reprisal attacks against these nomadic herdsmen And in the Brong Ahafo region, for instance, in the Kintampo municipality, I'm told 2 days ago and early yesterday morning, there were reports that the local farmers had wanted to attack the nomadic herdsmen. But some of the community leaders mobilized a few people to be on standby, and this was able to ward off any attack on the nomadic herdsmen. And in the Brekum municipality, for instance, the police has said they have been monitoring the situation, and it has also forced police to increase police surveillance to these areas where a deadline has been given to the nomadic herdsmen.
See, so in the Brong Ahafo region, I mean, we've been speaking to Precious, and what he tells us is that the community leaders were able to, you know, have a conversation, and they are hoping to meet with the security officials so they can sort this out. But in the Ashanti region, when you monitor the situation and you follow the story quite closely, do you get the sense that it will end anytime soon?
Sure, in the Ashanti region, it has been the Agogo Mama Crew Association, and then we have the Agogo Youth Association, and then the Agogo Worldwide Association. These tripartite groups have come together to form a group, and they have been pushing for the eviction of the nomadic herdsmen from their area. For them, the story seems a bit different because a Kumasi High Court on January 20, 2012 ruled that the Ashanti Regional Security Council should make move to evict and evacuate some of the nomadic herdsmen from 6 communities. The court was so specific. But we speak now, the nomadic herdsmen, their population has increased. Now they have grown over the time, and they have now taken over the entire Agogo municipality, and that has forced these groups to come together. After the last time I spoke to the leadership of these 3 groups, the indication that they made is that now they want to, for instance, petition the regional minister as part of efforts to raid the area of these nomadic herdsmen. If the regional minister or the regional security council fail to act, they may be forced to go back to the Kumasi High Court and issued a mandamus. Mandamus is a writ that will compare the regional security council upon which Kumasi High Court ruled that it should make ways to evict the cattle from Agogo and its environs. So that is what they will be doing. And beyond this, they also says that gone are the days when they were allowed and when they were coerced by security agencies. From now onwards, they want to also rekindle and also make a move and also bring to bear the fight that they started way back, years back, to ensure that the nomadic herdsmen and their cattle leave Agogo land, so that they also have their livelihood back. They can go back to their farms and farm. And don't forget, as part of this documentary, the Violent Shepherds project, I spoke to a couple of farmers who did say that because of the presence of the nomadic herdsmen and their cattle, they have decided to stay away from farming activities. So once they are able to evacuate or push away the nomadic herdsmen and their cattle, and majority of them will go back to the field and start their farming activities.
Thank you very much, Ohim Interior, for that update. Ohim Interior there, live from Kumasi. He's been following this story quite closely. We're making attempts to reach the regional minister, the Brong Ahafo regional minister, so we can have an idea of what exactly this meeting is discussing. This issue has been on the table for quite some time. As and when we have the minister, we'll speak to him.